What's up, YouTube people? Jason Paige here in the studio. KCVM 95.1 with my boy Gregory Tapscott, who's been a been a Jason Paige fan for
almost
oh my God,
quarter century.
Almost a quarter of a century.
We met in 1996.
1996. So we're gonna talk about all of the Jason Paige history here, in this professional on-air environment, right here at Los Angeles Community College. As you can see, it's a real situation. Greg is setting up.
Yep.
They have all the. This place used to play records back in the day. It was a studio where they're actually broadcasting records, music, the mainstream media outlet. Well, not mainstream, but this was the alternative station. Actually, this was the alternative to the mainstream.
And the station itself is mostly metal station. The station itself is mostly metal. That's what they mostly play.
So it's a very interesting thing. And Greg is here. What is your role here at KC?
I am a DJ here. I'm known as DJ G-Tap. And this is my show called Just Keep It Movin Powerfully. It's named after an old friend of ours, the late Greg Clark, who always used to say, just keep it moving. So I just keep it moving powerfully.
Aww.
That's what the show is named after.
Aww.
Yep. Absolutely.
Aww.
Absolutely.
I had some
And
Greg
if it wasn't
Clark
for
in my...
Greg Clark, I would not have met you.
Wow.
I met you through Greg and the Broadway Gospel Choir, better known as Broadway Inspirational Voices.
Wow.
And Mr. Michael McElroy will be making an appearance on the show via the interwebs.
Yes. Some old history that I didn't even know. I'm going to be learning history about him. He's going to be learning history about me.
Yeah.
We're going to be sharing that history live with the world right now.
Absolutely.
I'm recording it and setting it back up again. So I'm going to just let you guys in on this whole experience right now. It's going to be a long interview. So tell your friends, share this right now so other people can join in. You can hear the backstory of some of your favorite Pokemon favorites as well.
You all are going to learn what a fantastic being you have been graced with that I don't even think you know. That's where we're going with this. Just so you know. This man has been a ray of light to all of us before Madonna even thought about the title of the song.
Oh!
Yeah. So we're going to go to that. That's where we're going today.
Ray of light, Madonna.
Exactly. All right.
All right. And my mom's is actually outside there, watching as well, hanging.
There's Charlie. All right, take your seat. We about to start.
All right.
We about to start this show.
Can you turn the speakers up?
What's that?
Turn the speakers up a bit?
Turn them up.
Yeah, a little bit. Just so my sound gets a little more. Yeah.
Is it working? Because sometimes it will bleed out. But when our mics come on, these
You got
go out.
it. Right, yeah. That's
but when
fine.
this goes off. And my phone picks it up. The audio is really
Oh, yeah.
As long as I have this right here. That's a Zoom recorder. That's a field recorder.
Right.
So between all this, we got it. And we are now recording digitally from the board. So everything's on. All right.
Yes.
95.1 KVCM Monarch Radio, the voice of Valley College. Well, hello everyone. And here we go, another week of Just Keep It Moving Powerfully. And I cannot tell you how excited I am right now. We got old school funk, rock, voices. I can't ever stop describing this man. We have the Jason Paige in the house with us today.
Yes, Jason Paige in the house. Jason Paige. So watch.
And yes, we're going to be getting him all the live stuff, all the live love today. You know, Jason and I go back, we were just talking almost a quarter century. And when I met this man, he was already like this, he's like Batman, Superman, and Man, The Flash, all of them put together. And you probably have heard his voice on all of those things at some point or the other. You're talking to, this is just a dynamic man. But you know how we start the show, guys. I got to get all formal and read the bio thing. So let me get
Here
formal.
comes the bio.
Here comes the bio, and I got my glasses on.
Down on the bio.
That's actually how you sing your bio. Really cool. It should be like improv bio. You think I'm kidding? I might just pass it on.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Okay, folks, this is who is in the house today. Jason Paige has shared the stage singing with Michael Jackson, Ray Charles, Liza Minnelli, Whitney Houston, Destiny Child, Olita Adams, Billy Porter, and Enrique Iglesias, and was frontman for Blood, Sweat, and Tears. His voice is featured in films Annie, Jersey Boys, Muppet Movies, and Sausage Party. His most recognizable jingles include Pepto-Bismol, Mountain Dew's Bohemian Rhapsody, Coke's Catch the Feeling, and the legendary OG Pokémon theme song.
Yeah.
His BGs appear on albums for Foreigner, Scorpions, Meatloaf, and more. At Open Fist, Jason was Joe in Zappa's Joe's Garage, Travis in Ty Taylor's The Existence, and Father Mackenzie in Boat, A Hard Day's Silent Night. He was in Rent at the Hollywood Bowl, directed by Neil Patrick Harris, Hair, directed by Jim and Jerry, Jesus and Godspell, and Judas and JC Superstar. That would be Jesus Christ Superstar for you non-theater people. He's an original member of LA's acclaimed For the Record, for which he received the Broadway World Best Actor Award and an Ovation nomination. That's Jason Paige, y'all. That's just a look. That's like, I told him I could only use like 300 words.
I shortened it down. I shortened it down for you, dude. I shortened it down.
Yes, you did, because I know we could have gone. It would have been like, we would need like another hour. Oh, mic problems.
My bad.
Go ahead.
I just moved it over here, that's all.
So we would need like another hour radio time just to go through all of the stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Jason, how did you become, this superhero that you are in this world?
The super vocal hero that I am?
Yes, sir.
I'm still becoming it. I'm not it until I do it every time.
Bam.
And it happens only when I get opportunities like this to be a superhero again. I could fall on my face in this particular interview and not be a superhero. I could be the crash superhero right now.
I doubt that.
But how do you get to become a superhero? You enter each situation and try to bring whatever's needed in every environment, and put whatever fire is going on and whatever's burning, you try to douse it with your own water. And we're made of water, so we need to put our water on the fires that are in the world to put them out and to make the world a better place.
How did you discover that you were so versatile and able to do all this stuff? That's the thing. A lot of people are in your business, but they can't do what you do.
Well, I've trained myself based on need. And I think a lot of the diversity happens when we're children and we're playing characters, and we're the cowboy, and then we're the Hulk, and then we're the villain, and then we're the boy and the girl, and we're playing all kinds of different things. But mostly through imitation. And the imitation happened out of necessity, and that came a lot from all of the gigs that we go out on. As actors, we're always asked to do a different thing, and what do? We study up on that role.
Yeah.
Well, in my industry, or one of my jobs as a jingle singer is I get the brief, and the brief says we want him to sound like Steve Perry. So now I come to you, or Ray Charles, Georgia, Georgia, the whole night through, or whoever it is, Johnny Rivers. Secret agent man, secret agent, or Michael Jackson. And you just have to morph yourself into the thing that advertiser wants you to be, so that you get the job, and you get better and better at it as you study, listen, and imitate. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery as well.
And that's you just hit a lot of good points, especially with being here at school, with especially younger kids, because I noticed their attention span is not all there anymore, because everything is so digital,
quick,
that they don't take the time to just really listen and maybe kick back what they just heard or whatever. It's like, oh, an app can do that. No, you have to take the time as the individual to do just what you did, because I'm sure you didn't just go, okay, I'm going to do this voice today. You have to listen, you have to produce it,
study,
everything, and then kick it out, and that's where it all came from.
Yes.
So you knew you wanted to do all this when you were, I'm assuming, because we never even talked about this. How young were you when you started? We had never talked about this stuff.
Well, I started when I was about 2.5, when I learned A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. We all learn how to sing before we learn how to speak. We learn how to speak from learning how to sing. Babies are singing before they're speaking. Baby will hit a note. Ah!
That's so true.
Right on pitch.
That's so true.
And then eventually we start putting it into words, but we do it through the alphabet. So I think as a young child, I was not discouraged from singing after I started singing. And of course, and of course, there were some school programs and little choirs that I sang in school. My grandfather's a drummer, and my dad's a sax player. Even though I wasn't exposed to them very much as a child playing, I definitely think if there is a genetic component to musical ability, which I think there's probably some kind of component there, I have it. But it's joy. Children experiencing joy and playing and singing and dancing. It's like, when did you learn how to dance? Children dance normally. When did you learn how to sing? Children sing normally. When did you learn how to do art? Children do art normally. We are artistic, expressive human beings. It's when did we stop doing it? That is the appropriate question for most people who are not continuing to do this.
Yeah. It's like, when did you stop that childlike part of you?
Right. I have not. Obviously.
It's funny you mentioned that too, because you gave me a flashback of my niece, the one probably back when we first met. She was right before then. She ended up doing Lion King on Broadway. My niece Kristen, and that's how I knew when she was young that she was the next one in the family, because we used to be a family things, and somebody would be we would have these family talent shows.
Right.
And I had her on my lap. She was a baby, and somebody hit a note, and she just came right in on pitch and was just holding that for the gods. I was like,
exactly.
Oh, so okay, you're the next one.
Yep.
For sure. And it's just like you say, and it's and Mama Charlie's out there. Hey, Charlie, we're gonna give her a shout out on the air.
What's up, moms?
And thank goodness she didn't stifle you from being what you want to be, or we wouldn't be here graced with your wonderful presence.
Encouraged. I was encouraged by her.
Yeah, and we had another one of your old buddies on here a couple weeks ago. Paige did the show.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
We ended up doing it through, because schedules. So she couldn't do it when we were actually here, so we did it on Zoom. We did it face-to-face on Zoom, and then we played the music, but then I was able to come in here. This is when I love technology. So the music played for us, but didn't record, so I came in here and just punched the music in. But we had a great conversation. I remember you guys went to high school.
Yes, Carpathia and I went to music and art. Fame, I want to live forever. I want to learn how to fly. Hey! Right?
Oh, we just did the harmony.
Yes.
We hit it.
We were not out on the street dancing on the cars like they do in the movies. Matter of fact, we only had 2 periods of our elected craft a day. which is very little. You know, you could get a suburban high school out in New Jersey that will have more music and arts than we did. But they did audition us at least, so they had some discretion in who they let in. But I auditioned for performing arts for acting and music and art for voice. I was living in Rockaway at the time, out in Queens, in the boondocks of Queens, in an area of Queens that had people that had never been into Manhattan before. I had people that were like, Manhattan, ooh, one day I'm going to go. You're in Queens. Get on the train. No.
On the A train, right?
On the A train, but no, but A train for 2 hours.
That's true.
An hour and 40 minutes, depending on, you know. So anyway, I needed to get out of that district to get to the new, to a new area because I was not happy with that area. So I auditioned for the Music and Art High School. I got into Music and Art High School, and I met a lot of incredible people. Paige Jenkins, one of the best voices on the planet.
Oh my gosh!
Make you melt.
Talk about that.
A melter. She just melts you with her voice.
I told her that when she did the show, because she gave me her latest single, "Phenomenal Woman," which was a Maya Angelou piece that she was about to record. The video is amazing. If you get a chance, go on YouTube. But I forgot. I mean, I never forgot how beautiful her voice was. But I have not heard. I haven't seen Paige since like the early 2000s. I mean, I have not seen her forever.
Wow.
And when I heard that voice again, I was like, oh my gosh. I can't even describe her. Like her tones are just. And the thing is, she's very versatile, just like you. Like if you give me that sweet little, then she bust out with like some Shaka Khan or somebody. Like
hard.
What?
Down. She'll sing you down.
I'm just saying. And now she's out doing those. She's touring with the symphonies throughout the world.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's doing that now.
Yeah, she's one of those people that doesn't have to sing anything but one note to make you melt, to prove everything, to give you the full picture in just one sustained tone.
It's just
incredible. It's like the sharp knife that will pierce right through anything. It's amazing.
I'll never forget the first time when I saw her in her debut of, oh God, I forgot the Civil War. I was sitting in the audience, I was like, oh my gosh, I still remember the moment. And then when I remember hearing her down at the Duplex singing Shaka Khan, I was like, okay.
For real.
But that's the road that you travel. That's where you go. Jason we got tons of like the jingles and the music, and every single one just shows that you were just phenomenal. But the thing that I've always dug about you, and I've always said this to your face, and I'm saying it on the air, you're another one I have, that has reached a wonderful part of the industry, and a few other friends of mine the same thing, but you guys never change. But a lot of people change, and you know exactly what we're talking about. Like, you pick up the phone, you ask, hey, can you come do something? I'm like, he's asking me, because I've always felt like, oh, it's Jason Paige. But you've never changed with that. You know, no, I mean, I'm just being real. I'm giving you kudos at the fact that you are a real human. But we both know in this industry, sometimes when people get to a certain status, all of a sudden,
they were different things.
You're like the chewing gum on their shoe or something. But you've always been another one. Tracy's done the show.
Yeah.
Another one. Never changes. Tracy's always the same. And that's one reason. And I was asking Maya, and I was like, you think Jason would want to do the show? She's like, of course, just ask him. Because I was like, does he even have time to do my little dinky show?
This is the cream. This is the reward of all of the other work, is to be on a show like this and to be asked to share deeper stories and to get below the surface of some of these successes.
Yeah, and it also helps others that's what the show's about. Just keep it moving powerfully. It's just like I was telling you off the air, the title of the show and everything came from our late friend Greg Clark, who always that was his famous saying, just keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
And when I get to certain spots in my head, I still hear him saying, keep it moving, with some other words in the front, other words in the back that we can't say on the air.
Right.
Which, and it's always been, I was like, that's a perfect thing to call the show and just talk about people. Because same thing with Greg, a lot of people told a few people, like all of my demos and all that stuff I did back then, Greg was a facilitator of all that. He hooked me up with piano players, he hooked me up with studios. He
is the connector. He was the connector.
He definitely
as amazing of a voice he had as well, but he would be like, oh, I know somebody. There was not a thing you could say to him that he didn't know somebody to do.
Which is how I met you in the Broadway Gospel Choir that year when you all came in, you and Greg, and then you guys were singing for Alita Adams, and I think.
Yes.
You
can reach me by trailway.
Exactly. We got so many children. And you tore it up. You and Chris Jackson tore it up.
That was great.
I didn't get a chance to convert that VHS. I got one of those converters now, and I wanted to try. I didn't have time. I was going to convert that to digital, and then
you got that one.
Audio, yeah. And I was going to rip the audio, but I didn't have time to do it for the show.
If
you come back, if you have a chance to come back, we'll do it. because we'll take it all the way.
BIV.
I had to do that today because you sent me the commercial for Bohemian Rhapsody, but
Yes.
you sent me the commercial.
Oh, I didn't send you the audio. I'm sorry.
It's all good because homeboy have to get that.
Yeah.
Kept it moving. I went on YouTube, found the old video, ripped it onto YouTube.
Yep.
Got the audio.
Yeah.
So we're good.
Yeah, I did that with a whole bunch of other files too that I sent too. I should have been more specific about it.
It's all good. I was like, okay, we got to get at least narrow this down to an hour because we could be here just like talking about stuff forever. And we wouldn't even be able to talk because I would just keep playing.
No, that's why I noticed.
We had to share the life of Jason Paige with the folks.
It could have been Jason Paige Radio. All Jason Paige all the time, 24/7.
Well, we're gonna play another little song at a different point in your life right now, and stay with us, folks. And we have the great Jason Paige here. We're gonna share a little song called "Stand Up" from the time of Jason's life. We're bringing it forward. You have listened to 95.1 KVCM on our radio.
And I'm gonna stand up. Oh yeah, everybody stand up.
Unfortunately, that's as loud as the daggone monitor.
There you go. That was
Probably louder out there.
Open up your eyes. You gotta play the whole thing.
Well, I'm playing all day because I gotta go into something. It's half hour. I gotta do something anyway. So it's a good lead into that. This is when the real radio takes over for a lot of it. Yes, folks, this is me working the whatever I gotta work over here.
Oh yeah, stand up. Cool down.
You know what I wanted to do was I wanted to find that video I saw a few years ago with your group.
Yeah, I got this on my.
I was going to search it and try to rip that too, but I didn't have time to look for it. It's been a
Oh shit!
crazy day. What happened? Oh, bless me. Yes, please. There you go. And let me know if you tell me take one of these breaks if it's something you want to hit on. Because otherwise, I just talk. I just kind of like. You want me? We definitely going to get both in there and other stuff you got.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't have to play the whole song. That's why we can get more talking in. You just fade out and come back in. Yeah. I got too much material. This is my band back in the day. We'll have to talk about it.
95.1 KVCM Monarch Radio. Here's your LAVC 411.
Oh, I see. You got to do that.
Monarch Radio.
Yeah, I have to do all this stuff.
Student 35. Construction.
Oh, they got to do like radio
Journalism building.
IDs and
I
stuff.
have
Commercials.
Yes, though I cheat. I cheat in the middle.
I see.
I kind of. I'm supposed to do something every 15 minutes,
Oh,
but I
sweet.
use my guests and their stuff to do the middle. But in the half hour and at top, I gotta be real specific. So this is a sheet that I have to follow. This is FCC rules of how we're
I
supposed to run
see.
everything.
We're following government regulation here in our own little thing.
This is like a real station. I don't know if you knew this, but I started off in radio in the 90s.
Really?
Yeah, back in DC.
Is this got a tower up there?
Yeah, but unfortunately, that's why you have to stream it because it only goes to so many miles from here.
But still, in
Oh, yeah,
a few
it's-
miles, you can get it on the radio?
Yeah, it's a real. Well, you gotta be close to the campus, but that's why you have to do it on TuneIn. But this is like it's a real FCC station. That's why I was like very specific.
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you. It's not like a podcast situation. A podcast would not work for my show because my show centers around music.
Right.
So that's why I keep signing up so I can have access to the station. We have a TV station.
So this is like public
access
access, but you get that. You get.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a public access. About to talk about that too. About to get into my public access show, which this song from Stand Up is about to lead into. That was my band in 1991, 92. The culmination of all of my band experience that started out in high school with a couple of different bands that I was a part of. And then I eventually wound up a record deal and led to the production of that song, which was the essence of who we were. Chili Peppers meets Living Color meets Kansas meets Earth, Wind, and Fire. That's the kind of band that we were. And they wanted to make us into New Kids on the Block, and we said, we are not going to be New Kids on the Block.
I want to hear about that on the air.
And we stormed the hallway. We actually waited for the. I'll save. I'm gonna save it because I'm gonna say it on air. But that was a 8-year process to get myself to that place, and then I finally got to that place and created that song, which actually has a couple of very appropriate lyrics that are still part of my mantras today. I don't believe a word they say. Politics is just a play. The lead role being Uncle Scam. Theater for the power-hungry man. And it couldn't be any more true today than it ever was.
Got that right.
Right? A prophet. I was prophesizing back in the day.
My name is Persephone. I am a music and business arrangement
Persephone.
manager,
That's the second person I've known named Persephone.
Same girl? Does it sound like the same girl?
No, it's not her. How's that look, you guys? We got 5 people watching. I know y'all loving it. Where's my 50,000 people? Come on, where y'all at?
Keep that signal. Keep that signal.
I'm yelling at my 5 people because 50,000, and one of them's my mom right over here. How much time we got? Got a minute?
You got 2 minutes.
We got 2 minutes. You hear me? Good. It's a good live stream. It's actually really good. Say hi.
Hi.
Say hi to yourself.
Hi, self.
All right. My mom is here in the studio. She's visiting me in LA for all my shows. You guys, I'm doing a show down at the Atwater Village Theaters. It's called Musical Fools. It is hysterical. We got 2 more shows left before we enter into our Christmas season show. So come on down. My mom will be there this weekend if you guys want to meet my mom. She signs autographs.
We got about 30 good seconds.
She signs autographs as mother of Jason Paige. Can I have your autograph? You're Jason Paige's mom. All right.
Check out www.improviselive.com. 95.1 KVCM
There's
Monarch
me.
Radio Campus Talk. Right after campus sports at the bottom of every hour, every day, and 7 days a week.
7 days a week.
Consideration. We would like to hear your opinion.
We would like to hear your opinion.
Broadcasting Club.
The broadcast here. Come down and see.
All right. Turn my headphones up.
95.1 KVCM Monarch Radio, the voice of Valley College. Welcome back, everyone. I have the amazing Mr. Jason Paige in the house.
Gotta catch 'em all, Jason Paige.
Okay, that is the voice of Pokemon. Like the voice, the real one. We actually met right around the time you did that, which is kind of crazy. But you know, you were just talking to your viewers, because he is live on Instagram. If anybody's out there,
No,
listen,
YouTube.
YouTube. I'm sorry. Going to YouTube. My bad. Going to YouTube. No, you do. YouTube and join the conversation.
conversation with Jason Paige. And what were you telling? You were telling folks about something back in the day that you had started. They wanted to make you a boy band.
Well, that song that you just heard, "Stand Up," was a song that was a result of 6 years of me being in bands out of high school, getting produced by various people. Finally, we got picked up by a record label after playing all over the New York City. We were produced by Bernard Edwards from Chic.
Nice.
And he made us this funky record that was incredible. And then we did one joke song where everybody sung a verse, and it was just kind of a very simple song. Ooh, there's a shining light coming down on me, and then everybody sung a silly verse. And the president label was like, "Oh, this is really nice. Let Jason sing all the verses, and we'll release that as the single." And it was totally not what we wanted at all. It was like a boy band type, like, Backstreet Boy ballad type thing. So we were like, "No, we don't want to do that." And they said, "No, that's what you're doing." The record company wanted us to do what they wanted us to do, and we said no. So they wouldn't call us back. They wouldn't make the video. They wouldn't let us know what was going on. Meanwhile, our lives were on hold for the record label, and we waited in the lobby for the president of the label, and bum rushed him in the elevator and said, "Hey, you got to let us know what's going on." The next day, we were dropped from the label.
Wow.
Given all of our masters, so we went back out into the world. We printed up we remixed our music, and we tried to play it all around. But that band led to the What's Up TV show. It was a way.
Warfield, we were two of your top fans, me and Russell Warfield.
Oh yeah, y'all watching the What's Up TV show?
All the time.
The What's Up TV show was a public access, kind of like this place. You sign up for it, and you get a slot on Manhattan cable television, which was 12 million viewers at the time. 12 million potential viewers. With 18 channels on the cable system, and we had channel 17 slot Sunday at 10:30, and I would go bring my VHS tape to Manhattan Public Access, and it would have the band running around the city trying to play gigs and promote itself, and then doing silly stuff backstage, and the silly stuff backstage became more entertaining than the stuff on stage, and that silly stuff eventually became our New Kids on the Block Saturday Night Live meets Real World TV show that was called The What's Up Show.
So the other guys in What's Up with you were the band members.
2 of those guys were band members, and then we got 2 more guys once the band kind of broke up into the TV show and added 2 more people.
Okay, never knew that. Now, What's Up? You can still, aren't some of those still on YouTube?
There's a couple of skits on YouTube. There's one where Ben is swinging a little kitty around, and there's the FedEx skit where they send FedEx gets there overnight with Saddam is sending anthrax to a cab driver here, and the cab driver takes it and throws it in the reservoir, which was pre-anthrax scare. So we had some skits that were there, and we also had Fart Man, which Howard Stern stole. So we had a lot of things that people were watching on public access that eventually made their way to mainstream. Jim Carrey stole The Claw. The Claw.
The same thing with Rent. There's a lot of your stuff in Rent.
Well, there's a long Rent story as well. Too. That happens around the 1998 still, but we're still in like 1995 now. We made it up to 1995 when I started doing jingles, which is kind of what we have on the playlist, I think.
Yeah, we have jingles. We have a couple long things. I'm just trying to figure out like where to go with it all because it's all so good, and then of course Pokemon, and it was a big story behind that because I know we had some drama.
Oh yeah.
With all of that, and obviously since the resurgence of Pokemon, all that's come back out.
Yes, it has.
It's so funny because to be honest with you, until the game came back out, I forgot that you did the theme. Even though I knew you back then, but time.
Oh yeah.
Passed. And I was like, wait a minute, that's Jason.
Yeah.
And my friends didn't believe me. I'm like, dude, he actually sang the song, and they were like, these young gamers, they thought I was just like,
no, they can't. That's like
no, he really did it.
To a gamer, that's like saying, yeah, I know John Lennon. I know him for real.
Exactly.
No, you don't know John
exactly.
Lennon. You don't know
even
John
my
Lennon.
friends that I'm like, because Jason does a wonderful production every year with Martha Dempson, and we've been doing it for years called Both a Hard Day, Silent Night. And even people that had come to see Bo, I was like, no, that's the dude. Y'all came to see him. He's the Pokemon. No, he's not.
No.
Yes,
You can't believe it. It's not. It's just in their mind. It's not. It's not a human being that sings that. It's a Pokemon that sings it. It's not a real person.
Exactly. We should probably just like hit a couple jingles and let you talk about it.
Yeah, hit some.
Let me see. I want to do. Oh, I want to do a favor. Okay, I'm gonna hit a favor. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm just gonna. Okay, hold on, folks. I'm just gonna hit it. I'm gonna leave our mics open so we can do open comment if we want.
Okay.
Uh-huh. All right, y'all. Who was that?
Yep.
Who was that and who was that?
Yep. For those at home who didn't hear, those on YouTube couldn't hear, that was the Michael Jackson 30th anniversary concert at Madison Square Garden, black and white rap that I did. Oh, we got somebody online that know who it was.
Oh, they knew. Okay. Let's give them a shout out. Who's that online? Let's give them a shout out.
Oh.
Did they go away?
Oh, I missed him.
Oh.
That was Gina Starwin.
What's up, Gina Starwin? Thank you for checking out Jason on YouTube and us here at 95.1 KVCM. Oh, that's what we should do. We should go guess the jingle. Let's play guess
the jingle.
Let's play guess the jingle. Okay, I'm picking another one. You can stop me at any time because now I'm having fun. Because I know you got some things you want to talk about.
No, that's good. I can talk about a Michael Jackson thing.
So how was it working with him?
It was incredible. Michael Jackson was just so normal. I'm looking at him right here on this picture right here. He was completely, totally in control, normal, not eccentric, not crazy, he was totally communicating clearly. He was just everything. He was singing his face off, and rehearsal was incredible. It was a beautiful experience. And then, of course, the show, which we didn't know was going to have the energy level that it had. The songs were 3 minutes long, and the applause was 15 minutes. So we do a 3-minute piece, and then the applause for 15 minutes, and then another 3-minute song, and the applause for 15 minutes. So the show was like 4.5 hours long.
Oh my God!
Incredible.
Did y'all get overtime pay?
I do. What's that?
Did y'all get overtime pay?
No, overtime. There were two shows, and they edited them both together because ABC recorded both of them. But the stage was so big, I had a little video monitor at our feet to see what was on the front of the stage because we couldn't see what was on the front of the stage. So that little video monitor, I was videotaping with my video camera, the video monitor, and at one point during the show, Michael did his Billie Jean and split his pants. And Michael's underwear was hanging out of his pants. And I got it on video. I mean, everybody that was there, I mean, it was before the days of the cell phone cameras holding up, so people didn't have cameras, so you don't ever see that. But I had my actual video camera on the ground filming the monitor so I could see what was going on.
Oh my gosh.
So that will come out at some point when I digitize those videotapes that are lying around. That also have all the What's Up skits as well.
What's up? Me and Russell Warfield.
Do you remember what was your favorite skit? You remember a skit?
I don't, because I remember you bouncing up on a stupid trampoline. That
Yes.
was one time. Russell used to love that one. Then there was one you sitting in an apartment on the phone. They were all just hysterical.
And they were all kind of
Just hysterical.
breaking the rules,
Yeah.
That we can't break on this
That we
radio
can't break
station,
on
right?
this radio station. But folks, if you ended up liking later shows like not Punk, but what's the one with the guys who would do stupid stuff, and one of the guys actually didn't get killed. A couple, the guys would do like these stupid dare things. It was 3 guys.
Jackass type?
Yes.
Jackass
That
got killed?
One of them I thought passed away.
Oh,
One-
from
I thought
some
so.
crazy skit that they did?
I think something. I could be wrong.
It was kind of the Jackass
Go
vibe.
ahead, YouTube people, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not always right, and I'm sure somebody out there with trivia knows. Somebody knows. But did something happen to one of the Jackass guys?
Probably.
But it kind of reminded me, but yours was more funny. Theirs just got
Yeah. And music, and then we would do really good music in the middle of it.
It was a great show. Okay, I'm gonna hit another one.
All right, hit
I'm
it.
picking my jingles now.
Turn the headphones up.
Oh, turn them up.
Yeah, turn the headphones up, because then I can play. They can hear you.
Okay,
Okay.
that's right. Because when we play the music, well,
Very good.
I can turn our mics off and they can hear. it.
No, it's all right.
Okay.
They can hear through
Okay,
here
here we go.
if it's up.
Here we go.
I see a little silhouette of a cat. Mountain Dew, time to do some dongles. Citrus taste and quenching, very, very exciting me. Fantastico, fantastico, Figaro. They're just thirsty dudes, anybody knows that. They're just thirsty dudes, out on a thirsty day, sparing their life from this banality. Easy come,
Yes.
Yeah, folks, I turned down my mic so we could get it up here in the studio. So I turned Jason's mic off. So all of you folks out there in the land can hear it. That one is hysterical. If you haven't seen the video for that, okay, backstory on that one. Backstory.
That is Mountain Dew, of course. Get the dew. It was done at a Super Bowl spot, so it didn't play that much. It just played on the Super Bowl and a couple of other key shows. But all five of us, there was 5 jingle singers that recorded every part together, except for the crazy high parts I sang, to emulate every last bit of that famous Queen recorded the same way that they did it as well. But that was one of the many jingles that I've done as a voice acrobat. I like to consider myself.
Okay, I
Jump,
like that
jumping through
type
the
of
hoops.
voice.
But you can tell from the character reel, that's all acrobatics.
Which we will be getting to points and points of that, because that one.
That one, it just has
that's
100
kinda
things
long.
that you
But
can.
we gonna hit on it.
You could- Yeah, you can hit pause on it, but it'll give you 100 things without having to play 100 things.
Yeah, because see, we can't have Jason on here and not give you a sample of what this man is musically. But I also want to talk about the show that you're in right now. Tell us about it.
Musical Fools.
Yes.
It's a Neil Simon play that's converted, that has been made into a musical by Ron West of Second City legendary status. And it is, my mom said, I can't go today because my face is still hurting from laughing last night. You're smiling the whole time, and you're laughing to tears almost at this thing, about a dumb town that really it's cursed, but they're cursed hundreds of years ago and they still believe the curse, so they still believe that they're stupid. It's everything that we are today, believing everything that we're born into and not realizing it. Our ignorance is bliss here until they get somebody else that comes into the town, a teacher, falls in love with one of the people. But of course, he has to get pushed off the train because the train doesn't stop there. And that's basically where we are now as a society. It's a hysterical show, and the depth of this great underlying realization that the teacher has is not to be underestimated. There's information that is not getting off the train to us. And when that information gets off the train to us, we wake up and we understand all of the lies that we have been living under, all of the misconceptions that we've been living under. And in an extremely comedic way, this whole thing is just presented at Open Fist Theater. 2 more shows, Saturday at 8, Sunday at 4. You will laugh to tears.
And you know, and I love the way you always tackle like some of the. I would love to play some of your parodies of things, but unfortunately with the station we can't.
Yeah.
But it's always great how you always use comedy or use everything you can to bring political awareness, to bring life awareness.
Yeah.
And you know, and you don't do it in a way like I've never seen you attack somebody for their beliefs, not in front of me. I always see that you give an alternative way of looking at things.
Right.
Which I think is very cool. And you also do it in a way that's relatable. And I think if today's politicians or whoever, you know, could take a clue with some of that and be real, then maybe things would kind of change.
Yeah.
Because things are not, I tell you, like right now, my neighborhood is freaking out my street. Someone has been going up and down the block within the last 2 days. They're graffitiing swastikas.
Wow.
Swastikas with pentagrams with certain symbols above them.
Wow.
We had the police come out and patrol, especially at night. You know, I live on a busy street.
Interesting.
It's just like, yeah, and we're like, whoa.
That's interesting because I was just in Dubai and they got swastikas on the doors, on the sides of the doors, because it's a symbol of peace. That symbol has been co-opted by,
Got it. By,
you know,
by supremacists.
that's
groups.
right, exactly. And it actually doesn't mean that. And
Isn't it funny you can take, just like, I love yours. Did I please take? Yes, I did. I'm going to play that. Speaking of which, of things that mean things that don't. Okay, this is a little surprise song. This is how show these work. Somebody say something now. Play a song on the list. So I'm scooting over here so I can get to this song. Especially since tomorrow is Thanksgiving.
Uh-oh.
I think we're going to get the point of what we're talking about right now. Folks, you're listening to 95.1 KVCM Monarch Radio. I'm G-Tap. Check this out.
There it is.
Every year at this time we are toasting with wine, giving thanks for the friends we have made. Celebrating the season, but what is the reason for all this hubbub and parade? Does anyone care why we have this affair in this great land we've claimed? Do I dare make you aware and suggest that this day be renamed Thanksgiving? Thanks to all who unwillingly died for some recipes and pumpkin pie, whipped cream on the side. It's true. Thanksgiving. That's what happens when colors collide. In this country's first genocide, history books lie to you. But it's okay. Look at this great land we have today. Though some of them get away from extermination, they're on a reservation. Thanksgiving. All the blood that's been spilling for years as the white man was cleansing his fears, oceans of tears would fall. It's chilling. They're fulfilling, built our nation through warring and pain. Nothing has changed at all. So be warned, it's not about the turkey and the corn. This land upon which I was born was stolen, no debate. That's why I celebrate Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving.
95.1 KVCM Monarch Radio, the voice of Valley College, and I'm G-Tap, and we're just listening to the great Jason Paige and Thanksgiving. Very interesting topic we were talking about, how symbols mean one thing, this another, and then look at what we have going on tomorrow. And I just went to an amazing short film festival that they called Skin Fest. And it's all Native Americans, either on the camera, behind the all Native Americans from all different tribes throughout the country. I learned so much that I still don't even know, like these to take the kids. It's just, and so now my whole view, because my friend that took me is Shoshone. I went with him, and I learned so much about this country. We just keep ripping things apart. But you know, we're going to come back with Jason. We got one more hour with him. You know, FCC. I got a couple things I got to do here, and I want you to think about that Thanksgiving thing with the Thanksgiving that you just put on. Yeah, it came from a bad place. Yes, we're celebrating with our families, but also look at where we are right now, and know that there's still a lot of, I'm just going to use the word tension right now. We've all got to find a way to come together and find peace. And really think about that tomorrow when you are sitting there and having thanks, but also think about the ones who can't be here to give thanks, that they were taken away from us in a very brutal way. And let's all work together to stop that from repeating, because it seems like we're on that road. But I'm going to pick another one here and take us out to the second hour with the great Jason Paige. I think I'll do this one. But stay with us. We'll be back. You're listening to 95.1 KVCM Monarch Radio.
I wish I was a fly on the wall. I'm sick and no money at all.
This board is like taking
Oh, but you beat the level up, right?
I got it almost to the top.
Yeah. It was recorded a really long level, right?
Fly on the wall, not much. I like the guy down the hall. I hear what people say.
I'm not supposed to talk after
Oh, I see, after the music. This is from a show that I did with Greg, actually. And that's Greg on the bass part.
Yeah, that's me. I was
laryngitis, and I was hitting those low ones.
Really?
Well, they don't suppose that this one ain't complaining about that as if they ain't done no wrong. But little do they know the guy with wings on his back just might be writing his own song. Wish I was a fly on your wall. And then I finally see just how much you care. Just how much you care. Just how much you care for me.
KVCM Los Angeles. The views and opinions expressed by the hosts and guests of KVCM Radio do not necessarily reflect the faculty and administration of Los Angeles College
Not
College
reflect
or the Los Angeles
faculty.
College District.
95.1 KVCM on radio headline.
All right, I'm gonna check my check the message here. I love your radio appearance. Thank you. Danger Woman. Oh, Danger Woman, what's up? Jordan Burke, excellent. Happy Thanksgiving, Stevie. Thank you so much. DJ Pat Jr., what up? Oh, don't trust anybody gave us $10. We are making money on this live stream, you guys. $10. Thank you so much, DJ. Don't trust anybody.
Away from Qatar to launch an offensive against Kurdish fighters. A worrying development for Israel as
Yeah, Dizzy Storms knew exactly what it was. Have I watched Man in High Castle? I have not watched Man in High Castle. Should I be watching Man in High Castle? I don't know. That's necessarily something I should be doing. Let's go for back to the top, see what's going on all the way up here. What's up, Chad? I don't know if you're still here, but hi back. Wolf Gamer, yes. Moms is here.
95.1 KVCM.
Thank you, Nomo, for you. What's up, Sonic Ninja? What's up, that dude? My music memory. Thank you. Says has a nice day. This man is a musical genius. Love the work. Thank you, Jabberwocky. Please come with a To Be a Master tour. Yeah, that would be really cool. What up, J Rod? Dizzy Storms. No problem for the lateness. Still only 8 people watching, but thank you for the Thanksgiving wishes, Dizzy Storms, J Rod. I'm describing, yeah, thank you, J Rod, describing my musical career. Jordan, what up? Gene Starvin retracted their message. Michael Jackson. Oh, yeah. Love you, man. Love you too, Jordan.
This has been 95.1.
What's up, Jason Paige? You're the best. I've seen you in Hollywood, and you're actually a very great guy. Thank you so much. I try to be.
Every day and 7 days a week.
Seen you before in Blue Exorcist, a lot of different animes. What? I'm in Blue Exorcist. What's that? I don't even know what that is.
Hot off its release on Hulu,
Stand Up. Yep, it's on my channel.
earlier this month. This 10-episode series was set in the early
They should have kept the
1990s
Pokemon theme song that you made anyway through the series. You were just the best singer, very enthusiastic. Yes. Thank you.
Festival has just released their lineup for November 9th and 10th at the Pico Rivera Sports Arena grounds. This diverse festival will cater to an array
Thank you,
of
Danger
genres
Woman.
that appeal to
All right, anybody have
wide
any questions you can ask right now since we're on a radio break?
The drums, Enanitos Verdes, Beach Fossils, and more. Tickets are up on their website. Check it out. Has Hot Girl Summer officially come to an end? Nicki Minaj
What's up,
took to
folks?
Twitter to
I like
announce
Cameron.
early
Your
retirement
your
from rap.
glasses
A
like
trailblazer of her own right, Minaj's achievements
What's
and
up,
efforts
people?
have paved
I'm
the
over
way
here
for many
doing
rappers
stuff.
of today.
Greg Tapscott has got 8 arms making all this stuff happen. We got cameras going, we got microphones, we got Zooms recording. This is going up to YouTube right now. I'll keep it up for a little while. Monarch Radio, yeah. Yeah. Oh, here it is, you guys.
I'll be the very best no one ever was. To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause.
All right. All right. I'm ready.
You got one more minute. Taking it in. I'm not gonna cut you off. Somebody tried to call in, and I turned my head too late. I can see the light blink.
Yeah! That's high. That's the highest part of the song right there.
We're almost up.
You guys share this on your channels. Let them know we're doing this live. Get some more live people on the stream. 15 seconds. We're coming back in.
KVCM Monarch Radio, the voice of Valley College. Welcome back for the second hour, folks. G-Tap, and you're listening to Just Keep It Movin Powerfully. And I got a powerful guest over there, Mr. Jason Paige. Yes, that was him singing the Pokemon theme. And
I got the power!
Oh, okay. You just took us to a whole nother level right there. Oh my God, you took me back to like my dance school days in DC in dance class. I got the power.
Yeah.
With Martha Wash. Oh, Miss Martha Wash. Wow. Yeah, folks, that's the man who actually did the Pokemon thing. And, there's a little history with that, because I know just like you had trouble with your band, I know you had some trouble back then with this as well. It's like the business of show can be the business of show. You got to be on the business with a lot of things. And
Yes. Yes. Well, see, the thing is, there's nobody anticipated the great success of Pokemon, so there were not contracts in place to cover all of the various uses that had occurred before the contracts were even signed. So in order to provide compensation for all of those other uses, there was an out-of-court settlement, but of course that takes years to actually happen. And of course, once that settlement happens, then all residuals, all future payments are off. I just get a one-time payment and that's it.
Yeah.
Whereas in normal record contracts, you get paid throughout based on the success of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
However, the real value and the real payment that I get from Pokemon is in the love that I get from these people in the world that is 14% of the world is using Pokemon Go app right now, over 1 billion people. And the real value is in the happiness that these people transfer to me in YouTube comments and live events and just the knowledge that this has had such a deep, profound impact on their lives without me being this figurehead of it.
Yeah.
I'm just in service to the show, which was in service to the imagination, which all started from the card game, which is just a picture of a thing that somebody drew with a number of its power, and you flip heads or tails and read what it does, and that's it. And you're imagining the whole battle in your head, and this imagination is where the whole ecosystem builds, not from Pokemon putting out products, but from people imagining the things that they can do with this power and how they can play these games. It's like Dungeons and Dragons in a way where they're just creating imaginary scenarios, except a little bit more tangible. You know, and each Pikachu is a different Pikachu. Even though it looks the same, the card is different. Every time it rolls, it's got a different result of that roll, so that Pikachu's strength is different, and then it heals, and then the things you do with it and the way that you help this Pikachu evolve are different. So each Pokemon player plays it a different way. And that's the true value of the whole thing. I didn't think they expected it to blow up that much, but it encourages critical thinking. It encourages people to find their own path, not like public education where there's one answer and that's it. There's as many answers as there are people, as many ways to collect Pokemon and catch Pokemon as there are people on this planet, and 14% of them are doing it.
And that's a huge number.
That's a lot.
Of the world. We're not just talking about like of a country.
The whole planet.
Of the whole planet. 14% of a planet is playing that game.
Yeah. In their own unique way. And then somebody does it really well and they share with somebody else how to do that. They're not in competition with each other. They're in collaboration with each other and cooperation.
Yeah.
It's an amazing thing, and that's why it's banned in schools.
Which is one of the things going back to collaboration. That's how I've always seen you work. You're a heck of a collaborator. You can create anything on the spot. You play instruments. I mean, I've always just watched you in awe, like how you pull everything together. And you always do it through collaboration. You figure out how to bring different personalities, different people, different voice types, whatever, and then you always find that common ground to pull together and make it work. Both is an example of that.
Yes.
Both is a huge example. And all the other shows I've seen you in, you know, because I remember you cast me in Joe's Garage way back when, and I was working.
Oh.
That was the first time you called me. I was like, wow, he remembers who I am. Wow. Okay. And I couldn't get out of work.
That was one of the best musicals ever written. Frank Zappa is uncompromising. Everybody knows who Frank Zappa is as a name, but they don't know any of his music because it was not allowed on the radio, because it was a little bit way outside of the boundaries.
Nowadays, it could be on anything because there's cable, there's different types of radio.
Absolutely. And his wife was in control of the catalog until just recently. She passed, and now the kids have it, and they're fighting over it. So hopefully some of his work will get out again. More of his work will get out again. Because it's just an exceptional catalog of the most honest and insightful lyrical ideas. Every song, you know exactly what he's talking about, and we can't say most of them on this radio show, but there's nothing pop about it. There's nothing generalized about it. He goes after the music industry. He goes after the church. He goes after consumerism. He goes after infidelity. He goes after every single thing. In Joe's Garage, it's just a hit list of all the things that he thinks are wrong with the world. It's amazing.
And that's a kind of like a lot of the parodies that you do. Like I said again, and like we said in the first hour, you hit a lot of that through your parodies. They're funny, but you're getting the point across.
I'm getting the point across.
You're getting the point across. Just like the Pokemon one, which we're going to play later, the Pokemon Bitcoin. You get everything in there. How do you feel about, did you ever think about becoming a politician yourself? Although you just seem too real.
Well, I'm what I consider a voluntarist. I don't think we don't need rulers.
Okay.
We can govern ourselves. We need governing, and we need cooperation, and we need organization, we need structure, but we don't need rulers ruling over us that we give power to, that they use violently to restrict other people.
Got it.
It's
How
because it's
that? How can you promote that in the world? How do you go about promoting that? I know obviously this is one way to be a parody.
Well, I think Bitcoin is one of the ways that it's easily promoted because it empowers us to have our own an alternative monetary system that's not governed by our rulers who do whatever they want with the monetary system through the controls of the Federal Reserve. Bitcoin is not controlled by anybody. It can't be controlled by anybody. It's a program that has been released that is finite and scarce and can be changed. So it's kind of like it's the people's money. It's the organic system Whereas we've got the GMO money,
Mhm.
that's the Federal Reserve money, that's messed with by the people at the top. And we've got the organic money that's just growing naturally based on the ecosystem. And of course, that organics can go up and down and up and
Yeah.
down based on the climate, but it's not tampered with by centralized sources. So I promote the idea of decentralization, which is basically no rulers. It's everybody in smaller areas coming together to govern their own small areas as opposed to top-down
Yeah.
controls that don't know what's going on over here because they're in Washington.
Yeah.
They don't know how to educate your child. You know how to educate your child, not somebody in an office somewhere in Washington.
Yeah.
So if it's basically being more self-reliant and having the tools to be more self-reliant so that you can not have to depend on rulers.
Is that a similar system to what communism was in a way?
No, not at all. It's what we are already kind of doing. We're engaging in voluntary interactions with each other. Anything that's involuntary and forced is what I don't like.
Okay.
And when it's forced by the violence of the state or the violence of anybody, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Anything that uses force, I don't like, unless it's forced to stop other force.
Yeah.
But voluntary interactions are what we do most of the time anyway. So that's basically it. We both consent. It's consent. We both consent to have this interview. You know, we don't consent to have 30% of our 40% of our income taken from us in various ways.
Where it's going.
I have no clue where it's going. We don't consent
Yeah.
where it's going, and if we don't give it, then we go. Then
they come
the
at
violence
you.
that
Yeah,
steps up,
exactly.
and eventually we're put in cages for that
I'm just
nonsense
always wondering,
selection.
like, well, why can't I just choose where I want my taxes to go?
Right.
What if I wanted to go here? Why do you have to tell me where my tax money needs
Right.
to go?
Because
If I want to support this entity, let me support that entity. That should be my choice.
right, exactly.
Not yours because you really know what you're doing. You're just grabbing it, doing what you want to do with it.
Yeah, that's basically it. And if we did that, then the things around us would get taken care of, and we would take care of it ourselves and find better ways to do it because we're just asking somebody else to take care of our problems for us.
Yeah.
And then we're not taking care of them because we expect somebody else to do it because they took 30% of our money to do it,
Yeah.
and then they don't do it.
Yeah.
And then we wonder why they're not doing it.
Well, and now when we do both every year, because both is always for charity, do you make sure that I don't know who the powers to be to pick the charities, but do you make sure that those charities are?
Yes. There's a website that I was looking at last night, Charity Watch, that rates the charities and it breaks down the salaries of the people at the charities, how much they make. There's like 35 different categories that they check off, and then they get certified if they, and boosted up in ratings. If they pass all of these tests. And the charity that we were looking at for this year was Save the Children, which is the one we've done before. So we already looked into them. But I looked last night, and they are making $600 million a year they're bringing that much in, and 570 million of it is going to the actual programs, and 30 million of it is going to the operation costs.
Right.
So,
Right.
that's still a lot of money that a charity is spending, $30 million. But if they're going to spend $30 million to make 570 million, then that's great. They're very high rated, and they're dealing more specifically, which is what we wanted to do, is to deal with border issues for children, because that's a big issue right now.
Yeah, and and that going back to what we were talking about before with the whole going back to Thanksgiving. I mean, let's go all the way back where we left off in the previous hour. I talked to people about, excuse me, folks. I talked to people about the whole border situation. I'm going, this country's been doing this kind of stuff since we came here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that to discount what's going on.
Right.
I'm saying it to bring awareness. Like, history keeps repeating itself.
Yeah.
When are we going to do something to realize that this can happen and is happening, to do something to stop it from happening?
Yeah.
And I don't know how to gauge people's willingness to be aware these days. I don't know if people are deliberately checking out,
I know people are concerned, but then it becomes, okay, you're concerned, now what action can you take? Everybody can do something. Me speaking on the radio right now is at least me doing something.
Yeah.
Whoever may be listening, your YouTubers, when I replay this, at least I'm doing something. I'm using a platform that I have to at least do something.
Yeah.
You know, so I always wonder, what are people really consciously doing whatever they can do? And a lot of times I think people think it's always got to be something big and grandiose, and it can be the simplest thing that can make a difference.
Yeah.
Just like going back to the Skins Fest, what I was saying, I learned so much about these schools that they had, where they used to take the girls and they would force them into these so-called boarding schools. They stripped their languages away from them. They stripped everything away from them. They cut their hair. They take everything from their
Culture. They want to erase their culture.
Everything. And if they didn't go along with the program, they would beat them, the whole deal. And I had no clue until I saw these shorts, all of that, because obviously they don't teach you that. Like you said, public schools, they don't teach you anything.
Right. They don't teach you.
When I was in school, I didn't even have Black history. Now it's African American studies. I didn't get when I graduated from high school, they had just brought in my school Black history as an elective, and you still know, like, what is that? I didn't really take an African American studies class till I got here.
Right.
This college. And then it was great to see that not only they have African American studies, but they had a whole list of everything. Chicano studies, Native American. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah.
Finally. So I really got to learn stuff. But again, like you brought up a good point. The public schools kind of push their agenda.
That's the idea. That's
and
the
a lot
idea.
of times they keep a lot of what's really happening out of the forefront. People are the same thing with human trafficking. You don't hear about human trafficking. That's huge.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah,
So the
yeah.
whole
That was
border
last
thing-
year's charity was about
Human
the trafficking
Yeah.
of supposedly, according to some estimates, 50,000 underage people trafficked in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, something specifically you can do. A charity we gave to a couple of weeks ago was giving. We just brought clothing. They were just bringing clothing and very simple supplies to the border, and they were smuggling it to children that needed it. But it's really the children that are the victims of this, because they are the weak, and they are the most vulnerable, and power can take advantage of the most vulnerable, and that is what school does. It takes advantage of the most vulnerable by inputting into them whatever the narrative requires. And the narrative is not created by the parents, the narrative of the local people, and what the narrative is created somewhere else by somebody else who we don't know, who's writing those textbooks, who's telling us what we're supposed to learn. And now we have this information explosion that is very quickly, the artery of the internet is being closed by the powers that be, by the silicon powers that be. And all of this alternative history is going away. So yeah, you can learn about Black history, but you could learn about multiple sides of Black history. And you know, the alternative version of Black history is going away, and the mainstream version of Black history is what you're going to know, which is, you know, not necessarily the most positive.
And it's just a lot going on. So are these all the issues that make you sit down and then write the parodies? And how long does it take you to come up with those?
Well, I don't do it as often as I should, because I realized I was doing though that a lot of it is complaining as opposed to solving. So I could write a song about, and that's why the Bitcoin parody is really great, because I was going to write a song about the Federal Reserve and how busted the monetary system is. But instead I wrote a song about Bitcoin that made it, that gave you a solution as well. And there's another song in there, Miriam, which is part of a series, a book that I contributed songs to that is about the intactivist movement that's anti-circumcision. And instead of my song about circumcision and how bad it is, I just have a song about what you can do instead of it. And that song is attached to a book with a bunch of songs that go with a ceremony that is nonviolent, where they cut a pomegranate instead of, a human being.
So I love that. You just flipped it around. You made it something
Yeah,
positive.
solutions.
Yeah, solutions, as opposed to everybody knows there's a problem and everybody can talk about the problem, but where's the solution?
Yeah, just give us the solution. Don't even focus on the problem, because the more we focus on the problem, the more we have.
We know where you are.
Yeah.
He's gonna turn you off.
Oh, low battery. That's why.
Oh,
I got my thing right here.
I got a Samsung. Try mine.
No, I got it.
You got
I got it already.
See, folks, live radio. It's like live everything. You gotta hit it when you hit it. You can unplug my.
No, I got my power supply right here.
Oh, see, he's set. He's ready. He is ready to go. See, that's what he's talking about earlier. Remember the top of the show we were talking about practicing, mimicking, being ready, studying. He's showing you right here. This is what a professional does. You always have.
Oh, that isn't. It ain't got enough battery power.
Oh, not enough. Well, you can unplug my Zoom right down there. See the follow.
Yeah.
Unplug my Zoom because I think I got batteries in that. Or I can take the Zoom over here.
No, I need
because I have an extension cord.
I need this piece.
Oh, take mine then, because my phone should probably have recording off that, but I should be at
I'll just see how long. I'll see how long it lasts because I'm good right now.
Okay. Well, on that note, let's visit Bitcoin.
All right.
Let's do that.
Here's my solution, you guys.
Here's the solution, and you're listening to 95.1 KVCM Monarch Radio, the voice of Valley College. So let's see what we can do. Let's see if I got full battery. I should. Here, take mine.
It will travel across the land.
Take that over there, and you probably can unplug the. Oh, you know what? Hey, put the extension cord over there. That way you can.
Oh, excellent.
And keep the Zoom going. So that way we can keep all this going. Just in case. So here you go.
Yes, thank
There
you.
we go. That way we can keep both going. I'm pretty sure the camera should have some YouTube. SD card full. Oh no.
Are you full?
It says my SD card is full. Let me erase something real quick.
It's more than just the dollar that crypto will replace. Governments will try to stop. Crypto coins are here to stay. The dream has just begun. Oh yeah, I changed that lyric. Could you guys give a shout out to my friend Justine? It's her birthday. What's up, Justine? Happy birthday. What's my favorite Pokemon? High Dragon. But I like Mr. Mime because it's almost a human being.
They're good.
It's almost a human Pokemon.
I just erased it, so we are back to recording. I erased some other stuff that I had already downloaded.
All right, we're recording this.
So we're recording again.
We got the Bitcoin Pokemon song playing on air right now. You guys have seen that? It's my solution to the monetary system. Not my solution, but it's what I suggest we all get involved in. We got a thing called the halvening coming up with Bitcoin. And I expect it to go up in value very soon, which is going to be really incredible if it does. What do I need? I need the newest technology, Bitcoin. Oh, cause it cannot be destroyed. Replace every middleman. You teach me and I'll teach you about Bitcoin. Gotta cash them all. Gotta cash them all. Bitcoin. Coin, coin, coin.
95.1 KVCM Monarch Radio. Here's your LAVC 411.
Oh.
95.1 KVCM Monarch Radio Campus News. My name is Uncle Malcolm, giving you the latest news. See, this Wednesday,
In December, we got the Bitcoin halvening happening. I don't know if you guys know about that, but it's where the block reward for miners goes in half. And that makes it more scarce because less Bitcoins are released into the world, which makes the price of Bitcoin go up. In the past, it's gone up thousands of percent. Thank you, Abby, to be a master.
Interested in broadcasting
Uh,
anime, and you should come and sign up with
See what else we got. What's up, Samantha? We got 10 people watching. It's 3:22 a.m. Oh, sorry about that, George. You know? Oh, Karis, look at the time. It's getting late. I hope that your Pokemon Christmas will be worthy of a Grammy and an Emmy Award. Haha. I hope so too, Danger Woman. Pokemon Christmas. How do I get an Emmy Award for Pokemon Christmas? I'm not really sure.
This is
I'll do a Pokemon Christmas special.
Radio Campus News.
That'd be kind of fun.
At the bottom of every hour, every day.
So much truth in this. Thank you, Hensy. The stream is cool. Thank you. I'm the best. Thank you. Love the Pokemon theme. Yeah, if you guys like what you see, you can support by just donating right there. I can see $10 has come up. It's 10 people here, and I've made $10. That's $1 per person. That's incredible. Now, if I only could get 10,000 people watching, I can make $10,000 a stream, and then have more money to do more stuff that's like this. Of course, I think YouTube takes $3 or $4 of that 10, and I get taxed, which we talked about earlier, a bit of that. So maybe I get $5 out of that $10 at the end of the day.
Share your valley pride by going to the game, cheering them on to victory. Once again, this is 95.1 KVCM.
I have this Pokemon Go app, says Samantha. Minoitus. Yeah, the Pokemon Go app is evolving, just like the Pokemon are. And just like you and I are, which is an incredible thing. That's why we're here. That's what we're doing this all for. We're trying to evolve. And evolve our Pokemon. And evolve our friends, which are basically what I believe our own Pokemon. I'm one of Greg's Pokemon. He's one of my Pokemon. He's helping me evolve. I'm helping him evolve. We reach our next levels, and then we go out into the world, fight these battles, get stronger for it, and come back and be better people, better Pokemon as we grow. Now, earlier, Greg played a song from Irwin Price on the way out, and I haven't really talked about that and what that was.
As soon as we go back on, you can.
But that was a really interesting show that Greg was a part of, and then we'll talk about both.
Yep.
And then maybe play a reel or something. I don't even know what's going on, but
I got it. I'm doing the half hour stuff.
we could do this. I could go all night.
He's got enough to, yeah. We could do like an 8-hour show.
We could do all day the Paige all the time. I'm playing Pokemon right now.
Speaking of rules, I was thinking about it because you hear this right here. This is our campus talk. It's all about rules.
Oh, that's the rules?
Sorry. That's what this was all about.
The rules don't apply.
My name is Persephone. I am a music and business arrangements major, and I believe that rules all depend on the situation. So say, like, since I'm in the music program, you have rules.
There are rules.
To get into
Right now, this is if you just joined, this is an official radio station that's broadcasting right now through the airwaves out Tesla style, creating electrical signals that go through the air freely, but that airspace has been regulated by the FCC. And certain things have to happen. You can't just use the air for what you want to say. You can't say certain things on the air, or if you're on the air, you have to make certain announcements at certain time intervals, and that's what's going on right now. We are following the rules that are set down. We need a low battery. I got my thing plugged in.
Are you plugged in?
I am plugged in.
Still
got a low battery.
I refuse to answer that.
Is that charging?
No, it is, but I'm still low battery. So we are following the rules, and I believe in following the rules. I just think that, I don't need a ruler. I like rules, but I don't like rulers.
And might not work. Check it out.
Violent rulers, that is. I like rational rulers who can gather around and explain why a rule has relevance and, logic and makes sense. And then I can agree to it after understanding its against reasons.
KVCM
But we're born into these rules, and here are all these rules we don't, I don't really understand them.
This is where we study. The voice of Valley, hear me. Monarch Radio, play me. Turn up, students, listen.
95.1 KVC. Oh snap! There it is. Yes, Billy!
KVCM Monarch Radio, the voice of Valley College, and I'm G Tappy. You're listening to Just Keep It Moving Powerfully. Now, you want to talk about some power? Those were two powerhouses together.
That
great. You go ahead.
That was Billy Porter, the Portress. Back in the day, 1995, on my 7-Up jingle demo that I did.
Yes, sir.
That was amazing. I manifested Billy Porter in my life and found him and asked him to sing that jingle for a demo that I was doing when I was first getting into jingles. And that was a great jingle. They did not buy it. And I've been the only one listening to it on my Jason Paige radio, all Jason Paige all the time. Until now. That's the first time it's ever been heard by anybody else.
Oh, wow.
Billy doesn't know. I don't even think he's heard it since then. Nobody's heard it. That's a little gem right there, and it is so good. He is singing on that.
Billy, that's Billy Porter. That's all we can say. Mr. EGOT. He got the Emmy. He's almost an EGOT. He got the Emmy. He got all he needs is an Oscar. So he got the Emmy, the Grammy, and the Tony.
Unbelievable.
All he needs is an Oscar, and he's an EGOT.
He is one of my favorite human beings and one of my favorite performers and singers that has ever existed.
Yeah, well, you're right there. You're right there with all that.
That's one of the people that I imitated. I imitated his beauty school dropout, no graduation day for you, beauty school dropout. That whole incredible thing that will set the new standard for musical theater performances.
Yeah, exactly.
When I thought I had it all figured out, I heard that and
he did that for a lot of like everybody. When I first joined the choir, when we all were back, when Billy, but all of us were in the Broadway Gospel Choir now / Broadway Inspirational Voices, I would hear all the guys just talking about Billy Porter, and I honestly I wasn't familiar with everyone because I just moved to New York the year before.
Yep.
So I didn't know a lot. And I was like, oh my God, I still remember him singing When Sunday Comes. I still remember seeing
when Sunday comes, my troubles will end. Soon as I get you,
and I say, he said something that day when he was repeating what his mother said about, I don't care what you believe in, but you better believe in something.
Yeah.
And I never get this. I always say that on the show, right? About just being positive. Just believe in something positive. And I still remember that when you and Chris were singing that song, you always singing, you were going across the stage and you hit that big falsetto, I was like, what?
What is going on?
Wait till I digitize that VHS.
Oh yeah, I would love to see some of that Broadway Inspirational Voices stuff.
Oh my God.
Broadway Inspirational Voices is the vocal Illuminati creation of Michael McElroy, who is one of the most beautiful arrangers, singers, performers I know, and he has kept that thing going for 25 years now. And they are doing a Christmas concert that's going to be incredible. We will be here doing our Christmas concert, which is sort of the West Coast BIV, both a Beatles gospel nativity, both a Hard Day Silent Night, which is a Beatles gospel nativity, tells a nativity story with Beatles songs that have gospel arrangements with this year, over 40-person gospel choir, and also 15 principals. And it's just an incredible experience. Thank you, Greg, for being a part of it for so many years. Greg is one of the kings that sings one of the Rain and Inner Light as the kings make their way to the baby. It's an amazing thing. Down at St. John's Cathedral, openfist.org for tickets. The tickets went on sale today. Already we sold over 100 tickets. So the community of people that come to see it is already on top of buying those tickets.
Yeah, it's amazing, folks. The spirit through that show, and again, it doesn't matter what you believe in, as long as you believe in something.
Yeah,
it's just amazing how close. And it's just like the IB was. It's like everybody in there is from every walk of life and everything, but everybody believes in positivity, and that's exactly what both is like. So no matter who, what your religion is or is not, what you believe in or what you don't, you still always get something positive from it, and people just smile. The thing I love being on that stage when we're doing the show is just watching the people smile.
Yeah.
Just seeing them just light up from it.
Yeah.
And that reminded me of BIB as well. Remember back in the day, it was just like, maybe 20 of us, and then all the same thing with both. Both was just, we were small, and now it's like huge.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. And I'm still trying to get my schedule together to see.
Hopefully he'll be in as many shows as possible. But we have such a large group of people that people don't make it and other people jump in, and we have different people. We got Dion Gibson coming in.
She's doing this year?
Coming in this year for a couple of Angel of the Lord shows, I believe.
Oh, okay. She's going to do, okay. Is Tawny?
Tawny is in with us again, but Tawny will probably be doing 2 or 3 different roles, jumping around as she does with her incredible talents.
We still got our 2, we got Tim
and we got Tim and Hank as the other kings as well.
So we the 3 of us been doing it forever, so we just like wake up and we hit our notes. I know that microphone is.
You got a screwdriver over there?
Dude, one day that whole mic, this mic right here, my main mic, I was talking to him.
All right, then we'll go like
welcome,
this.
Welcome
there we
to
go.
Valley College.
That's how it works. Oh, that's the way. That's a better way to do it.
Well, we still talking. We still rolling through it. I mean, like, so what were some of your favorite jingles? What was some of the favorite stuff you've done?
Well, you played a couple of the biggest ones right there. I mean, Michael Jackson is definitely a serious highlight. But why don't you just kick that vocal reel for a second? Because the first track on this vocal reel is a thing that I did that I do every year. It's at the Pasadena Playhouse this year. It's a panto. This year's a Snow White, a modern day panto where they take pop songs and they do the Snow White story. Neil Patrick Harris is starring as the Magic Mirror. He's basically, a hologram that comes up. So he's pre-recorded. I'm pre-recorded as all of the 7 dwarf characters. And Michelle from Destiny's Child is playing one of the roles in the show as well. So she's in it. So it's a star-studded event that happens every year. And I've done voices on all of their shows. But this year, it's really good. So the first track on the character reel is me singing all of the 7 dwarf voices that you can go and see at Pasadena Playhouse this year.
If I can
Lithgow Family Musicals is where you can get your tickets.
Okay, let's see. Let's hit the play button. See if I can pause. You tell me when to pause. Should
I'll
our
tell you.
mics open or should I close our mics?
No, leave the mics open because I'll narrate a couple of the things that are happening so that we can hear. I can tell you what they are as they go by.
We got the live.
Because there's so many different things happening.
Telling us what's going on here. It's so many. Here we go. Let's hit. So.
On me. Yeah, it's me. It's a great show. You should see it. This is just a crazy jingle I did for pizza.
Pizza oven is created and burns with the fires of hell. So you think you won't search no more.
You know who that is.
You and Jen found what you're looking
A comedy radio spot for radio stations like this. A kids project where I play Eddie the Elephant. This was I was supposed to sound like Jim Morrison.
Her eyes play games, and her body says,
This is in one of the cantos as well.
Saturday night, feeling pretty down. My girl hates
Movies
me,
on
my
demand
dog
commercial.
skipped town. Was right about then. My TV gave a wink and said, "Sit down, buddy, and pour yourself a drink."
It's for Botticelli, a demo for Botticelli's album with Chris Botti, who is a friend of mine.
I love when you sing like this.
This is the demo I did for the Scorpions record. I wrote a whole bunch of songs on the Scorpions. So I sang them before Klaus sang them. Of course, Elvis. That's my Elvis. Yeah. I got Michael at every stage of his career on my reels, on my characters. It's my ringtone on my phone. My Sid Vicious, My Way version. Yeah, Viva Cuervo commercial. So I can do different languages too. Sometimes I'm asked. Of course, my Green Day. I get asked to do every possible character.
This reminds me of Irwin Price.
Yes, this was an Irwin Price type thing. This is a Sprite commercial. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers theme song. They play it in the stadium sometimes. And that's my Stevie Wonder parody. Falling Out Circumcision. All vocals right there, no music.
It's the most wonderful sale of the year.
Right?
There is plenty of
I don't even remember what product it was. Nissan. Right. Because I don't even know what it is. This is another radio ID funny thing. You know that funny songs that they play on radio stations. Disney wanted me to sound like George Ringo Starr.
Disney, everyone's expecting recently.
That, of course, is another funny radio spot. Y'all ever seen my favorite movie, Calamity Jane? This is Howard Keel in Calamity Jane. And Michael Jackson again in a different context. Of course, before he died, they were making fun of him. Yeah, I mean, Michael at every form of his career. This is an original song that I wrote where I was a different character. But I think, well, if y'all get the idea, you can fade out of these days.
We only got 2 more minutes.
Okay.
I'm in it now. Let's show the peoples what we got.
Yeah, that was. This is a demo I did on my first jingle reel for Poland. My friend has a kids project where he creates kid characters. Yeah, a little Rasta style. Oh, this is part of that Snow White. Again, this is the dwarfs singing.
Okay.
Pasadena Playhouse, right now.
Playhouse, check it out, y'all.
Just some rock name, rock character. They wanted me to sound like 11-year-old singing Maria. Athlete's foot, y'all. Mighty Might. Just bizarre things. There's so many things in the vocal universe.
Hamburgers, thank you, it tastes
Baby Emily.
I didn't catch that was you.
Barbie. As we're coming into the season, this would be appropriate. I do a lot of kids projects that require a lot of crazy characters. So you got
That was absolutely
Right.
amazing, fantastic.
yeah, there's just every single one of those things is a different type of project that requires a different type of voice.
Yeah.
And that's how I build my skills, by morphing my voice into all those different characters.
So how do you stay healthy with all that? What do you do?
Sometimes I blow my voice out on some of them and then hope that I never have to do them live. One of them, somebody asked me to do just recently the Meow Mix song in a heavy metal, not heavy metal, but like thrash. Like, blah, 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 blah. You know those guys that do. And there's an actual technique that people use to do that I looked up, of how to do it without killing your voice.
Yeah, because that can.
Yeah, it could rip. You can do some damage.
You can definitely.
But you know what? My phrase that I like to say is, "Don't baby your voice, or it'll act like a baby."
Okay.
So whenever everybody's like, "Oh, I can't sing it like that. I can't do that. I can't do that."
Yeah.
Push through. You've got muscles. These and matter of fact, it's kind of weird because babies will sing and cry all night long and not lose their voices. So
It's so funny you brought that up, because my teacher, Chris Mann's teacher, you actually, that's
Oh.
how I met him, through Chris, when we did that show.
Yes.
Long ago. My teacher always thinks with the babies cry.
right with the
And that's what he uses all the time. And he said at one time he worked with Adam Lambert for a really short time. I know you know Adam.
yes, Adam Lambert was part of the Upright Cabaret, which led to For the Record. If you don't know the For the Record history, For the Record is an incredible group of people that do shows based on a director's work. So all of the Scorsese songs, all the Scorsese movies, all the Tarantino movies, each director's movies wrapped into one incredible theatrical experience. Best scenes and songs all together. I did the Scorsese at the Wallace, and got that ovation for that. So
Yes, you did, and congratulations on those shows. For the Record, was amazing.
yeah.
I missed those shows.
Yeah, there's one now going on, Love Actually. It's at the Wallace right now, and they just closed their Brat Pack show, which is the John Hughes movies. But they'll get some more of them out, and it'll be back up because it's so much fun and it's so good.
Well, speaking of so much fun, I told you it goes by quick.
It goes by quick.
So you had to come back.
I have to come back.
Come back.
What did we miss? Did we get through most of it?
I don't know. No, not most of the music, but I don't know. I would love to just hear you talk more and share all that knowledge you have. We got a couple things on it we didn't get through, but
yeah, don't worry.
We'll save it for next time.
We'll save it for next time. We'll do it again. We'll do it again.
I just appreciate you coming and saying yes.
Oh, absolutely.
I really appreciate you coming.
I say yes to the show. I say yes. Oh yeah.
Well, that took us back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I stole the, you know,
I remember the
from.
first time you know, I was like, oh, okay. I know where you got that from.
Yeah. I had to.
I just had to sing, I don't remember Lynette Dupree, but she sang with us a couple times way back when. I sing in her.
Oh, take us out with the Beatles, cause.
You know what? You didn't send me you.
No, not me. The Work It Out.
But I thought it was supposed to be you, so I didn't burn it because it wasn't you.
Oh, it's Leo and.
Yeah, it's Leo.
It's Leo and Joanna Jones.
Joanna, I know, but I thought it was supposed to be you. I was like, he sent me the wrong one, so I didn't burn it.
Oh.
Oops.
All
I
right.
can
No,
play
that's
an
right. No, that's
actual
right.
Beatles
That's
song.
right. That's
I
right.
can do an actual Beatles song.
No, that's right. That's right.
Okay. Let's see what else I got. I know, because I was disappointed about it. I was like, wait a minute, he sent me wrong, and I didn't have time.
Let me see the list. It's
all okay. Whatever's not checked off is whatever's left. But I wanted to end with the Pikachu song.
Oh, okay.
That's what I wanted.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh,
I gotta talk. You keep figuring out. 'Cause
I
I
got
have to talk and I have to shut up in 2 minutes.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
So you keep figuring out. I'm gonna say, folks, thank you again for coming to another wonder. This was an exciting session right here. This one was great. Just keep it moving powerfully. It brought so many things full circle. Jason has been an inspiration to me personally since 1996 to 1996, more than he could even realize. And the fact that the friend that introduced me to Jason is also who the show is dedicated to. It just
Big
brings
up to
a whole
Greg
lot of
Clark.
love. Yes, sir, Mr. Greg Clark. It all just brings so many things forward. And Paige has been on the show. Michael's going to come on the show. Tracy Toms has been on the show. Maya's been on the show. So many people, you know, that I've also met through you or been affiliated with. You know, it's just been really great to bring all of that because you always spread love, and that's what Both is all about.
Yes, it is.
And you always do that. You always have done that. And he's always just that guy. You see what this guy is really about, but now you get to see with all that power, he keeps it real. And he still brings it, and he's always about bringing that positivity. Even like he checked himself. He said, I thought I was being negative, so I checked myself, and I put myself, let's start doing it in a positive way. And you all know that's what the show is about. And you know, I always love to end the show with the saying the great Hal Jackson used to always close his show with. You know, it's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice. So when you're walking down the street and there's a person approaching you, just give a smile and say hi. Just spread your light. Don't worry about, oh my gosh, are they going to think I'm bothering them? No. Spread that light. You never know, that person may need that light just that second. Or even if they react negatively, they'll have that in them. And one day they're going to remember, wow, somebody actually smiled and took time just to share their light and say hello. If we all just take the time to do those little simple things, this world will be much brighter than what it is right now. So I'm going to say thank you to the incredible Jason Paige for being here.
Thank you so much, Greg, for having me. I really appreciate it.
You know, you're just a beacon to all of us, and that's what this show is about. And everyone, tomorrow is Thanksgiving, so have a great time with your family and think about all the things that you're grateful for and that you're thankful for, and think about those who don't have what you have, can't be here to even think about sharing it, and be grateful that you have that, and also remember to always give back, because what you give, you get. It all goes in life. It all goes in a circle. And we are one spirit. We are one. We are just one molecule that just broke. So we all do have a duty to share love with each other. And I'm GTAP, and you can find me on Instagram at GTAPLLC. And Jason, where can we find you?
You can find me at jasonpage.com or on my Jason Page YouTube, Paige, that is.
Thank you, sir. Again, and I'm going to leave you with one of the other Pokemon songs that I love. And you guys have a great Thanksgiving. I'll see you next week. Next week will be my last one. Have a great evening. And it's GTAP, and I'm out at 95.1 KVCM on our radio.
Yeah, GTAP. Yes.
Thank you, man.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know if you wanted it to be Leo and Joanna. I thought it was supposed to be you. And I was like, oh.
What? Oh, Leo and Joanna. No, they are the.
Because you did it at one point. So I thought.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. No, they were the choice people. I'm Father Mackenzie on the recording. That was excellent. This song is hand in hand with the main theme. They go together.
Okay.
Exactly, lyrically and musically, if you play them together.
I don't know, man.
Oh, you're
Should've
my
figured
best
that out.
friend in a world we must defend. Pokemon, a hustler too. A curveball through. You teach me and I'll teach you. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all.
Exactly.
Every challenge along the way, with courage I will say, I will battle every day to claim my rightful place. Come with me, the time is right. There's no better team. Arm in arm, we'll win the fight. It's always been our dream.
Right? Yeah, it fits right in there.
It's you and me. I know we're more than
Somebody
this.
singing with
Oh.
I did a video of that, of
Really?
them going together, but I wanted people to go out and do that on their own. But yeah, and also I didn't want to put it in there because then I would have to give them publishing if I recorded it. But this has been incredible. You guys, thank you for watching. Oh.
Gotta catch 'em all.
Let's see my mom's eye. There she is.
Jose.
What up, Jose? Jason Hayes. Nice to meet you, man.
Yeah, cool.
Welcome to the Madness. You working here?
Yeah, I'm next.
All right. What are you gonna spin?
Some rock, I guess.
You can spin some Jason Hayes. We didn't get through it all.
I got you.
Greg's got it all queued up.
Say bye to the folks online.
Oh, hold on. All right, we're gonna say goodbye to Greg's people over here. Jason Page signing off. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for watching.
Pika, me and you, gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all.
Of the 50th anniversary of Woodstock Festival, we are canceling the upcoming festival planned for a weekend in August.
Thanks for watching. You thought it was over, but it's not. I love you all. Thanks for watching the live stream right here. Share this with your friends. Thank you for the super chat. Whoever gave that. Once again, a shout out to my super chat person. Don't trust anybody. Gave me the super chat. I don't trust you. Don't trust anybody for giving me that super chat, but I'm just going by what your name is. But thank you so much for that. Don't trust anybody. And thank you, Greg, for being a part of my live stream as well and inviting me on this to share this with my people.
I gotta get my act together. I'll see you at both.
And everybody, come down and see me. I'll be over here at Saturday and Sunday. If you're interested, openfist.org. Oh, Saduka D's nuts. Suka D's nuts. That's an excellent name. Thank you so much for the super chat as well. Super chats have not really kicked in to, like, you know, pay rent or buy stuff or anything. But I'm hoping to build my following and give more to you guys in this live stream format. I'm going to live stream from backstage at some of my events so you guys can catch a little bit more of the real action. And I'll just be able to talk and tell my thoughts to you like the best super chatters out there. Anyway, back to my mom's now. I'll be in England next year, probably at Yorkshire Cosplay Con, because I really want to go there again. Let them know. I'll let them know. All right. Bye-bye, people. I love you.
Now I'm gonna send you all this stuff raw. See if you want to do your own thing with it as well. You know, however you want to do your editing and all that.